Good morning, it's Josephine Marcelin from josephinemarcelin.com and from bradleygale.com, and welcome to day 25 of our 30-day live series. So today let's look at this whole concept of control. The reason why I decided to talk about control today is that I've noticed I've been receiving a lot of requests from people that I used to work with. It appears that there's been changes in the job environment, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of job changes for people. We are due for a correction. We know that, and we know that hopefully, we have some controls in place from a economy position that we won't go into too deep of a recession. But nonetheless, when changes like these come around, there are going to be job losses, job transitions, and you have to be aware of that, correct? So this got me thinking when I received all these requests. That got me thinking about this whole concept of control. And control is, for me, a very important factor. I want to be in control of my destiny. I want to be in control of my life. And when I was working in corporate, what I recognized was that I was not in control of my paycheck. Someone else had control over that. And so no matter what I did, there was a limit to how much you would receive, regardless of me, moving up in the organization, gaining more and more senior roles. There's still a limit, okay, and it's decided by some external factor. I have always believed in a for performance model, and the sad thing for me was, as a manager, because I was limited to a budget that was decided by by our entire division. Even though people were performing, I wasn't able to reward them as I would have liked. Now that I'm running my own company, I am in control, and I have to tell you, if I don't work, if I don't do what I need to do, if I don't ensure that my team members have the work that they need, then there are going to be challenges with income. But it's a much more satisfying environment because I am in control. So, what does control mean for you? For me, it means everything. It means that I can decide my future. It means that I no longer have to be limited in any way, shape, or form, that I can create and do what I believe, create not just my destiny, but create things that can be left as a legacy, right? It provides you with the entire amount of freedom to enable you to use all your skills and be able to reach your full potential. But in order to be able to take advantage of this freedom that you've got and this control that you now have, there's another form of control that you need to put in place, and that's self-control and discipline. So every single person that has reached success, even though some people may think it's overnight success, they have been disciplined in ensuring that they do activities that are required. We call them IPAs. And no, it's not the beer, okay, or beer. I was told that I have to pronounce those two E's. So it's not a beer, all right, not an IPA beer or beverage. It is actually income producing activities. And every single day, as an entrepreneur, a freelancer, a self-employed individual, you've got to make sure that your 8 hours a day is filled with income producing activities. Some of those activities you may not enjoy. So for me, when I actually started my entrepreneurial, my entrepreneurial journey, full-time entrepreneurial journey, because I've always been an entrepreneur, just doing things on the side. But when I started my full-time entrepreneurial journey, one of the challenges I had was picking up the phone. I don't know how many of you, but for me, picking up the phone and calling strangers, that was the hardest thing for me to do. But in my industry, it's one of the highest producing or highly profitable activities. And so if I wanted to grow and if I wanted to be able to ensure that my company grew as well, I had to pick up the phone. And so what I did was that I just challenged myself did a little bit at a time. When I speak to my clients, I actually say to them, if you don't like picking up the phone, what you should do is call someone and just say hi. Just wanted to say hi and put the phone down. Um, I was it was funny because we were on the street with a few colleagues of mine, and one task that we had been given is to just approach strangers and get them involved in conversation. And some people found that very, very hard to do. I guess because of my general nature, I don't have a problem because I'm very curious. I love to find out about people. So that was easy for me. But I could see how perturbed some other individuals were about actually just approaching strangers. For me, it was people that were not friends yet. Okay, so that's why I could get them in the conversation. Okay, but I remember this one individual who was very, very, very scared. And all I said to her was just smile and say hi. Smile and say hi. That's all you have to do. Just smile and say hi. And if they smile back, great. If they don't smile back, that's okay too. You smile and say hi to the next person. And that's exactly what I did when I picked up the phone. I picked up the phone and I made sure that I had a script in front of me, picked up the phone, made the first call. Didn't go too well because I stammered a bit. Made the second call, the third call, the 10th call, the 20th call, the 30th call. And as I did it more and more, it became easier and easier. And we got clients, okay? We got clients. So what I want to suggest to you today is that if there's something, like Brian Tracy says, that you should eat the frog in the morning. That's the first thing you should eat in the morning, is eat the frog. And what does he mean by that? There's always something that we dread. And that's what he is referring to as the frog. So if you make sure that in your schedule you eat the frog, that means you do the task that scares you the most the first thing in the morning, get it over and done with, and do it every single day as a daily activity, eventually it will become the easiest thing for you. And you will start thinking, why was I so scared about this? Because remember, if it is an income producing activity, especially a highly producing income activity, if it's something you've never done, it's okay. It's okay to not be successful the first few times because you will learn it, right? So the more you do it, the more you'll understand the reactions you're going to get, the more you understand what you need to adjust. In our company, we have a motto that says, ready, fire, aim. You get ready, you fire, and then you adjust and you test again. You fire again and you adjust. Eventually, you're going to find the model that works perfectly for you, right? But you cannot get to that end goal, cannot get the results you're looking for, cannot get the outcome unless you make that first step, which is ready, aim, fire. Okay? Do it. So my challenge to you this morning is, what is the biggest thing that you fear, but could end up being the highest producing activity for your company or your career or whatever it is that you goal that you've got in mind? What is going to produce the best results for you? And eat the frog this morning. Do it. Just go do it. Challenging you. And then here's another challenge. Why don't you, in the comments below, just tell me what this meant to you and what you're going to challenge yourself to do. I would love to see you on the other side, but you can only get there if you take that first step into unknown territory. And I'm going to be there waiting for you. You take care. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.